On this week's episode of 2K TV, we catch up with Jason Tatum, update you on the neighborhood events, another community member takes on the 2K TV challenge, and stay tuned because we have something new for your top plays.
Memphis, Tennessee, the destination for the Lakers. The intimidation factor looms large. Anthony Davis is locked in and focused on winning, trying to lead his team as they get primed for action. At FedEx Forum, Lakers, Grizzlies, our tip-off just moments away.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Glad you could join us. Tonight, the Memphis Grizzlies facing off against the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. You know, right around this time of year, Kenny, the better teams tend to separate themselves a bit from the pack.
A lot of the adjustments have now been made. Guys are taking each individual game a little bit more seriously, Ernie.
Over the course of a long season, true talent generally wins out. That's what we're starting to see right now.
And that about does it with tip-off fast approaching. Let's send it out to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And here's a look at some numbers for James.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Caruso in at the 1. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Brooks and Iguodala out on the wings. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. Clark, the season winding down and depth now showing its value. Do you ever feel like coaches go, you think, too deep into the bench?
I don't think so, because you think about it, you're trying to manage minutes as you get ready for your playoff run. And in the playoffs, rotations often get shortened. But I think it's important to have a good sense of guys you can count on, even if they might not be in your playoff rotation other than extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, they're going to be injuries, aren't they? I mean, and you need that bench at some time during the year.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it actually, too, fortifies the morale of your team, I think, in some ways, when you can have guys that are deep in the rotation get opportunities to play meaningful minutes.
Excellent point. Brooks against Green. Brooks kicks to Morant. Passes it to Brooks. Here's Morant, guarded by Green. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. No good from Valanciunas. Here's Caruso. Brooks covering. Here's Kuzma. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Hits on Jonas Valanciunas.
You know, you can't go for that if you're the defender. Kuzma is really good at faking you out with the ball fake.
Lakers shooting their first free throws here for the night. A go-to scores mentality for Kyle Kuzma, Clark. He's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude, like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball is right there.
Now here is Davis. 20 points for him last game against Golden State.
And then how about the block shots, guys? I mean, just overpowering on the defensive side. Really, he was the intimidator.
Now here's Valanciunas, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Left side, Jackson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Jackson misses. And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And so it's Memphis with it. Brooks, the pass to Iguodala. And stolen by James. Kuzma with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Back to Kuzma. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
There's the pass to Valanciunas. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Memphis trailing here. Brooks outside. Davis against Valanciunas. Outside Jackson. Brooks with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento. Jackson passes to Valanciunas. Great D that time from Davis. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Caruso, no good. For Memphis, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Iguodala kicks to Morant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Brooks outside. Pass to Valanciunas. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Second team foul.
Lakers on D. Jackson passes to Morant. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Pass to James. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, trailing by 5. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Valanciunas dishes to Iguodala. To the middle, and the dunk by Jackson.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And here is James. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Over Iguodala. The Lakers rebound. Kuzma kicks to Davis. Passes to Caruso. 6 to shoot. Second chance shot. LeBron, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that one's good. Morant.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision, has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
Now here's Green. No points in the game yet for him. The 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
Here's Morant. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Inside. And Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Morant. That's tipped. Now here's Green. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. From deep. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Brooks with it. Now Green defending, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Some changes for Memphis. Crowder, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Josh Jackson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Brooks. Now here's Bradley. Here's Rondo. Nailed from three-point land. And the Lakers lead by 5.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And that one's good. Morant.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Rondo. Crowder pulls it in. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Allen. Finished off the break.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here is Rondo. The feed now to Bradley. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And it's time for a look at our rookie leaderboard to see which rookies have been the most dangerous scorers in the league over the last 10 games. John Morant, 3rd.
He's really showing what he can do. I mean, providing an impressive knack offensively for a first-year player.
Impressive for anybody at any age, too. I mean, he's been practically unstoppable at times. And now defenses are starting to game plan for him.
Crowder. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
Cans it from downtown. And now a 6-point Laker lead.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
String music scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Now here's Allen. An 11-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. Clock at 6. And Morant gets it to go on the assist from Jackson. Morant's got 10.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Rondo against Crowder. Right side, Rondo. Back to Caldwell Pope. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Greg, that's already 5 made triples in the first quarter. What a start.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Rondo with the steal. Howard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Howard, the pass to Bradley. Rondo against Crowder. And the slam dunk by McGee.
I like the fact that McGee not just going through the motions here. I mean, setting a good solid screen, timing his roll perfectly. That's basketball 101 there.
Now Morant. A 14-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Crowder finds Allen. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Lakers leading by 7. Here's Rondo. 6 points for him. There's 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Shot clock at 5. Kept alive. Here's McGee, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 6.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 12-4 run. Outside Rondo. Back to Caldwell Pope. Outside for Rondo. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. Bradley is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Rondo. Caldwell Pope for 3. Kicks it out to Bradley. Caldwell Pope outside. Rondo against Crowder. Rondo dishes to Howard. Goes back up. And no good that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Jackson down low. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Jackson. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Crowder against Howard. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Morant. That one falls. Morant's got 12 points in the game.
Proving how dominant he can be. When Morant is shooting with confidence, it really allows him to take over.
Now here's Howard. Bradley with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Rondo with the steal. High post Howard. All going up court. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Quinn Cook's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Bradley passes to McGee. Lakers passing it around. Caldwell Pope finds Bradley. Clock at 4. For the 3. They get it back. McGee. He can't get it to go. The Grizzlies shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Crowder, the pass to Morant. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot block.
Here's Morant. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here is Cook, defended by Anderson. And here's Bradley. His last outing, he had 8 points. Caldwell Pope right side. And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Moment here now for an injury report. Now an update on LeBron from David Aldridge. What'd you find out, David?
Well, guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Lakers about his status. He said that he does have a broken nose. It's definitely a painful injury, but not a worst-case scenario. And if he misses a lot of games, it will obviously be a big blow to their chances of winning it all this year.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Mark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now here's Iguodala. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. The NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
I The Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job. And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
The pass to Valanciunas. Over Davis. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
He got a little fancy. Put the fadeaway on that one.
Here is Cook. 11 points for him in that last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Kuzma, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Already a skilled interior player. At times when Kuzma is close to the basket, you have no choice but to foul him.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Iguodala. 17 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now here's Iguodala. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Brooks. Three-pointer. The Lakers with the rebound. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Now here's LeBron. 7 points in the game. And they double up LeBron. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. Then on Wednesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets.
And that game against the Hawks, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
You know, the power and intensity on display there from James, guys. I mean, giving the defense no other choice but to foul.
And LeBron James Clark climbing the all-time scoring list, last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
The Grizzlies trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Iguodala. The offensive rebound. Pass to Clark. Iguodala with it, covered by LeBron. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Clark. Iguodala's got himself on the board with 3 there.
and they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you've got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
And it's Green, missing.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Here's Clark, falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Clark's got 5 now.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent three-ball shooter.
Count it, 12 points for him.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Clark. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot. Iguodala no good. Lakers leading by 8. It's Clark with the rebound.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Here's Jackson in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
On the wing, James. 12 points for him. He kicks to Davis. The pass to Green. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Memphis.
He hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the 1 in the first.
Here's LeBron. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Clark, guarded by Green. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the right side. Trying to get open is Davis. Brooks grabs the board. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 6-point game. Here's Jackson. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Oh, Kuzma's in position. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Clark. James with some nice D. Los Angeles leading by 6. Outside, Davis. Pass to Kuzma. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Brooks against Green. Brooks kicks to Iguodala. There's a minute left in the first half. Feeds to Valanciunas.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Los Angeles?
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Crowder, he's checked in for Jackson. Jackson comes in for Clark. That was a strong dunk.
I think McGee's been working on that one. I mean, you don't just come up with that off the top of your head, boy. You got to think that one through.
Here's Morant. He's got 14. 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Anthony Davis.
The combination of scoring and passing at that PG position makes Morant valuable. An all-around player with a bright future.
Outside Rondo, shot clock at 6. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's McGee. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Lakers lead by 6. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, what did you see from them?
What's clear so far is LeBron's combination of power and athleticism is still largely unmatched. Whether he's operating with the back to the basket, driving, in transition, his physical superiority usually wins out.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
They're getting out-rebounded by a Shaq-sized margin, really big. From the get-go, they did not show enough effort. Usually when you're being out-rebounded like that, you're 10, 15 points behind, so things could definitely be worse.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Los Angeles leading by 6. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Iguodala and Jackson Jr. at the forward slot. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. And for Memphis, they're shooting about 42% so far. Now Morant. Pass to Jackson. Shoots over Kuzma. The rebound by the Lakers. Kuzma's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Passes it to Brooks. And there's the pass to Morant. Here's the floater. And the layup is good. Morant's got 18 points.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Davis, the pass to Green. Back to Davis. Kicks to James. 6 on the shot clock. Over Iguodala. James, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And that one's good. Morant.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for James.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
2 points. That one goes.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Pass to Caruso. Over in the corner, Green. Good on the triple. Green's got his second basket.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Morant. He's got 20. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Jackson for 3. But they recover it. Brooks outside. Here's the 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. On the wing, James. Brooks covering. Green, the pass to Davis. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the inside, Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
You know, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happens.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Morant with it. His scoring average sitting at 15 points a game right now. That's a pretty sizable contribution. Here's Valanciunas, and that one, good. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, you got to shut these lanes off because Kuzma relishes the opportunity to finish around the rim.
Here's Morant. Lets a floater go. He takes it up and lays it in. Morant's got 22.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
The drive by James. And it's Davis missing.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Iguodala dishes to Morant. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. Anderson, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And then for Los Angeles, Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Green. And Cook subbed in for Alex Caruso. Jackson finds Anderson. 5 to shoot. Back to Jackson. And Davis sends it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11 points. LeBron outside, passes it to Davis. Now Kuzma. Lays it up and banks it in. Kuzma's got 11.
Boy, you look at the defense, not nearly the hustle or energy at that end of the floor. It's the exact opposite of what it was in the first half.
It's Anderson with the drive. Out to Brooks, out to the wing. And finished off by Morant.
And at 6'3", Morant sure can fly. I love when he gets up and throws it down.
And here is James. 12 points for him. Outside Bradley. Back to LeBron. Kuzma passes to James. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Brooks with no one around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now just a 2-point Laker lead. LeBron outside. Outside, Davis. Stolen by Anderson. To the paint. Here's Morant. Here's Valanciunas. And it's all evened up. Valanciunas has got 6 here in this quarter.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight.
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Rondo, good.
And every now and then, Rondo will surprise you with the occasional triple, showing it off there with range.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Morant. He's got 24, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now here's Morant. A floater, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the fearlessness Morant plays with making the defense uneasy, forcing them to give in.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Clark's checked in, so he gets them both. Lakers leading by 3. Now Rondo. He's got 9. Shoots it. Offensive rebound. Stolen by Anderson. And the pass to Clark. Jackson looking around. Morant with it. He's got 26. 5 on the clock. Here's Clark. Banked in off the glass. Clark's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Avery Bradley. Grizzlies shooting 47%, pretty solid. Here's Clark. He's got 7. And here's Morant. Knocked loose. Clark dishes to Morant. Crowder the pass to Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
14 foul.
On defense, the Lakers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Crowder for the lead. Bangs home the trifecta. Crowder's got the lead up to 2 now for Memphis.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Here's Rondo. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Kuzma against Jackson, and Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Rondo passes to Kuzma. Knocked away. Howard kicks to Rondo. Will it go?
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Lakers trail by 3. Kuzma outside. 1:57 left to play in the third. Back to Rondo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Howard, the pass to Kuzma. 4 on the clock. Tries again, and Howard with the lay-in. Howard's got 4 this quarter.
Such a great rebounder, athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
Morant passes to Anderson. That one doesn't drop, and the Lakers will go the other way with it. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip, and he gets the bucket.
And how about the focus there from Rondo? Doesn't let the D get to him, able to complete that play through contact.
Memphis has gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Pass to Morant. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. Morant's got 13 points in the second half.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside Rondo. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Pass to McGee. 6 to shoot. Here's Kuzma. That shot off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And Anderson gets it to go.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Passes it to Rondo. Back to Caldwell Pope. Dishes to Howard. Shakes him, and the layup is up and in. Howard's got 9.
Imposing his will down there. Howard feels like he can score anytime he wants from this area.
Back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Howard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Free throw good, Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma is a guy who burst on the scene during his rookie year and is a fun player to watch. He's a guy that really has an outstanding all-around game.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Now here's Iguodala. Now the pass to Morant. With a floater and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Dwight Howard.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Boy, it's been so hard to watch at times. I mean, he's missed so many of his foul shots tonight. Good to see him finally come through there.
The Lakers making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Kuzma kicks to Green. He dishes it to Rondo. Iguodala with the steal. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Good. Iguodala's got the lead up to 6 now for Memphis.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Rondo kicks to Caruso. Howard in the post. Jackson on him. Howard misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
A staple of Iguodala's attack. His ball handling remains incredible and difficult to guard against.
Here's Caruso. The Lakers rebound.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Shot clock at 6. A second chance effort, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Outside Crowder. And the layup is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Caruso. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Grizzlies have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Morant. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got 6 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to 5 on the bucket from Green.
Tell you what, when Dwight Howard is looking to make the pass, it makes everybody better. I love seeing him be unselfish like that.
Here's Jackson. Yep, that one goes.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And the Lakers call time here. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Brooks comes in for Josh Jackson. And then for Los Angeles, Davis comes in for Dwight Howard. And James subbed in for Rajon Rondo. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
The 3 from LeBron. Valanciunas grabs the board.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Iguodala dishes to Morant. Valanciunas passes to Jackson. From deep, Iguodala. A rebound by the Lakers. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Pass to Morant. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. Trailing by 5. Here's Kuzma. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. One thing about Kyle Kuzma, Clark, he's not a ball stopper. When he touches the ball, he is shooting it.
I would not disagree with you there, guys. He is fearless looking for a shot. He hunts his shot aggressively, and he's very efficient. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles, but the one thing I like about him is that he doesn't hold on to that ball long. He's going to make a quick, decisive move or get it out of his hands.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Brooks outside. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Davis. And again, Memphis no good.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Here's Caruso, down low. And it's Davis missing. Green against Brooks. Passes it to Morant. Here's Valanciunas. The shot from the low post is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
And you know what? He's shaken off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
James against Jackson, and LeBron throws it down.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Now Morant. Another shot. Valanciunas. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Davis.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Lakers trail by 6. To the middle. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here we go. Fast break and Morant's got it.
The explosiveness on the drive. Morant just attacks the D with aggression.
At the line for your Grizzlies.
That's good from Morant. And he makes both free throws.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
Here's Caruso. It's deflected. Iguodala with the steal. And it's Memphis on the break. The pass to Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. Iguodala outside. And again, Memphis no good. Lakers trail by 8. To the inside. And Kuzma slams it in.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Morant. Guarded closer. From deep, Brooks. And the 3 ball is good. Brooks has got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies.
High-level passer. Even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination.
From deep, LeBron. It's good from long range. James has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Memphis leading by 6. Morant with it. It's stolen by Green. LeBron drives in, and LeBron throws it down.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Morant passes to Jackson. And here's Valanciunas. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And Memphis making a change here. Crowder's checked in. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Ja Morant.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Time, also a missed shot. LA's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Caruso to take the lead. They get it again. Davis. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
All right, Memphis, you got your Grizzlies. Give a nice round of applause.
Here's Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. Inside. Kuzma kicks to Davis. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Caruso. Just 5 to shoot. Green finds Davis. Over Valanciunas. And it's Davis missing. Memphis leading. Crowder, the pass to Morant. And Davis sends it back. And it's the Lakers on the break. Kuzma with the ball. And James throws it down.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. To the paint. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And that one's good. Green. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Pass to Valanciunas. That one misses. And the Lakers going the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. James again to Iguodala. Passes it to Caruso. Here's Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
And here's Morant. There's 45 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Valanciunas. Doesn't go for him.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Caruso, the pass to Davis. Outside, Green. Crowder against Kuzma. LeBron James on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Crowder. Here's Caruso.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling. That's how you play defense. Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They trail by 7. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, you know, before we started the game, you know, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. You know, we were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and, you know, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did, come out of that timeout and never look back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.